Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking all about my birth in Mexico. People always say, oh my god, you had a baby in Mexico. The answer is yes. I'm originally from England, but I chose to have my baby in Mexico. You might ask the reasons for this? Well, because I've been here for some time and I fancied a challenge. But you chose to have a baby in Mexico when you don't speak the language and you have to pay for it. Yes, you have to pay for it, but that's okay. I am contributing towards the economy of Mexico because I wanted Mexico to be part of her story. More on that in a moment. Let's get on to the birth story. And how my birth went, basically. So 10 days before I actually gave birth, I had my doula come round and she gave me a massage and she just did the general checks to make sure everything, just seeing if there was any progress with labour or contractions or Braxton Hicks. We were just kind of seeing if there was any movement. I also just had this feeling I was dilated. I don't know why, I just had this feeling that it was going to be happening soon. She's like, are you sure you want me to check? Like, I'm your doula and I'm not your midwife, so your midwife is supposed to do it. But she said, if you want me to check, I'll check. So she checks to see how dilated I am. Basically, it's called a sweep. You measure it by your fingers. So if you're 3 centimeters dilated, that's 3 fingers. If you're 4 centimeters dilated, then you're 4 centimeters. So that's how it works. She did it and she was like, you're 3.5 centimeters dilated 10 days before. So I'm freaking out. I give her a high five. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's happening. Everything we've been doing is working. I spent half an hour a day, like 5 or 6 different exercises over and over and over again for you, like your pelvic floor. She tells me that I'm 3.5 centimeters and I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, it's happening. Let's pack our stuff. Like, it's gonna happen in the next few days. 10 days pass, no baby. We get to the 1st of June. I could feel intense pains that were coming and going. Nothing was consistent though, that's the problem. I was having them, they were intense, but they weren't consistent. You know, I'd have them for 5 minutes and then I wouldn't have them for like half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. So when I told my midwife this, she was like, oh, you know, they're not proper contractions yet because they're not consistent. The next day, I've got my mum and dad over from England visiting me in Mexico. And I had a really relaxing evening. Okay, so it's June 1st and I have the chamomile tea and I wake up at 4 a.m. I've got really intense pain. It feels like period pain, but so much more intense. They were consistent, they kept on coming. Get to 7 o'clock, I tell my mum, it's happening, I think it's happening. The contractions were coming in hot. We used the contraction app, 9:30 till 10:30. They were so intense, so painful. Like, I was just going like this. Insanely painful. And they were getting closer and closer together. They were 1 minute apart. That's when we said, we have like a WhatsApp group with our midwives, kept up to date with her. And when she knew that we were about a minute apart, she was like, I think you should come in. We got the suitcase. Mum and dad were here and I told them to grab my hair straighteners, which for some reason I thought I had time to straighten my hair. I was so not with it and I was in so much pain. We get in the car. It's about a 10-minute drive to the birthing clinic. It's basically just one room. It's a holistic, all natural, just basically one room with a bed and a birthing pool in. It's not a hospital. Onto the bed and she checks how many days I am and I'm 6.5 centimeters dilated. She's like, you're in active labor. I'm like, oh my God, amazing. I only had like 30 seconds to talk because the contractions were so consistent. Then it was a little bit of a blur. I got there about 11 o'clock in the morning and then we tried, so that's about 11 o'clock and literally my waters broke like they do in the films. It was a big gush of water that came and instantly after my waters broke, I felt like I needed to push. It was time to push. And I got into one position and I stayed in this position the whole time for about 2 hours. When I needed to push, it was almost out of my control. My body just started pushing. Me and my partner in a full-blown arm wrestle. I did some prenatal classes and they taught me to channel your pushing downwards. So that means when you push, you're pushing going, ah, pushing like, ha. Whereas if you channel your push down, you're going down, you're going deep, you're going hard. If you can take anything from this video, take that. The roar, turn it into a roar, not a scream. Make it into a roar. I made so much progress so quick by roaring. We're like, okay, she's nearly here. One last push, so I gave one big push and she came out, and most amazing thing ever. Her coming out was an amazing feeling. It really was. They put her on my chest. I got to the clinic at around 10:30, 11. She was born at 2:40, left the birthing centre at 6 p.m. I hope my story can help you.
And they move so far away to live their lives only 'cause sometimes we'll learn to be okay. But one day we'll long for the chaos of this crowded, messy house, 'cause the good old days are happening right now. I will remember you walking towards me in that dress, long after I've forgotten my own name, as every other